And in a 24-hour period, how many pills have you had?
3.
3? Perfect. What does the pain feel like?
Like Robin Sharp. More like achy, I would say. Sorry.
More achy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the weather today?
Possibly, I don't know.
Did you have your breakfast today? Alright, let me hear half a cracker. Like, what did you eat?
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee? Okay. Anything else? I know, I have to ask. What about dinner last night? What did you have?
I had some mashed potatoes.
Okay. Do you have any upcoming doctor's appointments?
There's one coming, but I'm not sure which day.
Oh, okay.
With my GI doctor.
The GI?
Yes.
Okay. When you find out, just text it to me. Let me know. And you're just going Friday for your infusion?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
It's a regular thing that.
Yeah, I know. Any change in your medications?
No.
Can I see your bottles? Do you need any refills?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
You want me to take it off?
No, that's good. Listen to your heart. $82. Perfect. There you go, doll. Yes. So I am about to remove her Huber needle that she has in. This is for her infusions that she gets every Friday. She also does her IV medication through here daily. She has bad veins, so when that happens with somebody having poor veins, they get a Metaport, and that can be used for anything from chemo, IV antibiotics, dialysis. They would use this.
Thank you.
Not too much with dialysis, but a lot of times it's just more like blood transfusions, if they have to have lab draws done a lot, or IV medication. And Metaports can usually stay in for up to 5 years. Some are lasting a little bit longer, but it's typically about 5 years. How long have you had this one in?
About 4 months.
Okay.
But this is my 4th one
Yes.
in a year and a half, yes.
As you can see, it has a needle. And we secure that needle right up. Now we put in the new one. So I come once a week and I will put in a new needle, and that will last her. If there's any problems, if it gets pulled out or if it's blocked or anything, she lets me know. Or she'll call our office and they'll send a nurse out to change it, flush it, do whatever needs to be done. Also a skin prep. This is going to help the dressing stay on. Okay. Good. Blood return. Perfect. You taste that, right? Okay. And this now, I flush saline, now I'm flushing heparin. And what this does is it keeps the line open and it keeps it from clotting. And now I put this over, so this way it doesn't pull out if it accidentally gets pulled on. You don't want the tape to stick on that part. There we go. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. That is it. Yes, well, Beata has anemia, so she has low iron, so she needs to have iron infusions once a week at the infusion center. So being that she gets IV medication at home, they need a nursing service like public health to come in and maintain her Huber needle for her Metaport. If we weren't available to provide that service for her, she wouldn't be able to get her infusions done. They would have to change her medication and put her on PO medications because there has to be a visiting nurse service to come out and see a patient when they're having IVs at home. So it's very important for us to be here. I see her once a week, and then if anything goes wrong and she needs us additional, we will come out with PRN visits and help her whatever she needs. When I first met Beata, I was performing a wound vac on her, and that's how we first met. And then then we met discharged her, and then about a year, 2 years later, we ran into each other again. She came back and needed our services now for something different. So it's been about 4 or 5 years. I've been her nurse on and off for 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So a couple years ago, about 4 years ago, I had a hernia repair, and my stomach wasn't healing, and I needed wound vac. That's where I couldn't find a home health agency, and if I found them, they were not able to provide the frequent services as I needed. So my doctor recommended I call Sullivan County Public Health, and that's where they did the intake, and they sent the nurse to do the evaluation, and then I met Alida. She was performing the wound vac for me. Later on, my stomach got better. I went back home. However, I needed IV medication and as well tonic and a couple antibiotics. I also had another agency, but they couldn't. My insurance sent them. However, they were also not able to provide the services I needed. Infusion. So the company in New Jersey said, "Don't worry, we will send a nurse." The nurse came one time. She said, "Oh, I'm not coming here again. It's 2.5 hours drive." In the summer, it took her 3.5 hours. And I was like, "What would I do without medication? I have to go to ER twice, 3 times a week, a day, just to have a medication." It's crazy. So I called him again, and here comes Alida again. Happy to see her. And she was, since then, it had been a year and a half. She's coming every week, changing my needle, sometimes even often, because without that, I cannot take my daily medication, which I take IV medication, 2 different ones, 3 times a day. But she makes me feel great, like she lives here with me.
Do you have any pain or discomfort today?
About a 3 with the pain.
Okay. Where is it located?
In my left hip.
Okay. Did you take any medication?
Not yet, because it's not as severe as it normally would be.
Okay. When's the last time you took something for pain?
Monday evening.
Okay. What does the pain feel like?
Like a stretching, a cramping pain.
Okay. Does anything help the pain?
Motrin, but I try not to take as much as Motrin.
Okay. Okay. Did you have your breakfast today?
Yes, I had a bowl of honey nut Cheerios.
Perfect. This is the actual machine. So if you have any issues, problems, or anything, there's a phone number right here on the box.
Okay.
There's also one on the actual vac machine and all the paperwork that comes with it.
Okay.
Now, once the vac is finished, you need to put it in this bag and send it back to the company. So it comes with a black bag. There's the machine and the power plug. You're just gonna tear this open, because you would do this yourself or one of your caregivers, okay?
Okay.
So there's a little gel pack in here. So when it gets wet, it gels everything up. So there's no leaks or anything. So once it gets about to here, you want to change the canister. That's why they give you a bunch. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna take it, and it snaps in. You heard that click?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Oh,
And
wow.
then you unscrew this cap,
Mhm.
and it'll connect to the other piece that I'm about to show you.
Okay.
And that's it. And when you go to change it, you want to clamp it so no drainage falls out.
Mhm.
And then just snap it open, take it off, throw the whole thing in the garbage, and put a fresh one on.
Oh wow.
The vac is already preset.
Mm-hmm.
All you do is push the power button.
Okay.
So this is something that myself or other nurses will come in 3 times a week and put this on. If you go to the wound care center on Fridays, then bring this with you and they will put it on there. If there's any leaks or anything with the drape, then I showed you on Monday, demoed it, you would use the drape to fix any leaks. If that doesn't work, then you need to take everything off. Black foam, everything out. And then put a regular dressing on that we've been doing.
Okay.
Okay? And you would just power it on. And then you're gonna hit the on button. You hear it?
Yes.
Perfect. And it should be nice and quiet, just like that. And every now and again, you'll get a little percolating noise, but it should be nice and quiet. If there's a leak or something, it's gonna beep and say, it'll say leak right across here, or if there's a blockage, it'll say blockage. It will tell you.
Okay.
Okay? And then you know you could always call me and text me, hey Alita, something happened. And you know I'm always there. Okay. So do you have a name for your bag? Because
No.
this is going to be your best friend.
Not yet.
For a couple of weeks, this is going to be your best friend. Okay.
I'm expecting it to be like, it was like something just
No,
major.
I told you, it's this little bag. And you can adjust the strap, but feel the weight of it, because that's what you will be carrying around every day.
Wow, that's nothing.
It's not bad, right?
No.
Okay.
Thinking
so-
like I said, I'm thinking.
No? So now that you're seeing it in person, does it all make sense to you what I've been explaining for the past couple of weeks?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the actual dressing, the black foam,
Oh.
that's gonna go in the wound.
Oh.
And on top of it, and then you take this track pad here, and it's gonna go on top, and that's what the suction is.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so it'll all vacuum seal down tight. It's airlock proof, so you shouldn't have any issues with taking a shower or anything. But like I said, if you get a leak, you have to bandage it up. To fix it, if that doesn't work, then just take everything off.
Okay.
Any questions on this?
Transferring, like just lift up like I would normally would.
Yes, so
Okay.
lift up and then plop yourself down. Don't slide,
Okay.
because that can mess up the dressing.
Okay.
So Adam has a stage 4 on his sacrum, which is basically a hole that goes into the body to the bone. And that's what we've been working on to heal it. So this wound vac is to help heal the wound from the inside out. And then we'll get him all healed up and he'll be good to go. So he sees the wound care center. He goes once a week to them, and I come twice a week to perform his wound care here in the house. Right?
Yes.
All right. Feel comfortable?
Yes.
You excited about it? It's
Yeah.
finally
Now
here?
that I'm seeing it in person,
Yes.
I'm not like kind of freaked out as much anymore.
Right. And like I said, it will heal your wound faster than what we're doing right now for you.
Okay.
The other wound that we got healed up for you is already healed. So we just have to work on that one, the deep one.
I enjoy it because it helps take pressure off myself trying to get healthier in a timely manner. I appreciate people coming in and out because I know there's people out there who actually are caring and make sure that people are healthy and can get to and from shopping, doctors, to make sure their medical needs are met. Very comfortable, very enjoyable visit. Makes me feel like I could call or contact her about any problem, any time of the day. It's just comforting knowing I have a backup in case I need it.
I'm a registered nurse. I've been with public health for 10 years. I love what I do. Oh my gosh. I started as a med certified staff years ago at the Center for Discovery. I just always loved helping people. So from there, I became an LPN nurse. I worked there for several years. I also worked per diem at the hospital on SNU. Then I went to Sullivan and proceeded to get my RN. I've worked at Horton Hospital in Middletown, so I'm a med-surg nurse. So I've always just loved wounds and surgical patients. That's always just been my excitement, and I love it. But I've been a nurse 22 years, and I continue to work this job until I retire, which ain't gonna be for another 20 years. But I really do love what I do. I love laughing. I think laughter is the best medicine for people. So I always try to make my patients laugh. If they laugh, then I'm good and everybody's good and we're having a great day. I love doing the home care. It's always challenging. It's exciting. You get to go to people's homes. You get to see a side of them that you normally wouldn't see in the hospital. When you work with home care, not only are you dealing with the patient, but you're also dealing with the family, the friends, the neighbors. There's always the upside of when you go to the store, you get to see your patient that you helped. Their wounds are healed, or their diabetes is under control. They're able to go shopping, to live a normal life. That is always the plan for us and what we love to see. It can get stressful. You have a lot going on. If you don't have enough staffing, it's challenging because then you have more patients you have to see. And our job, we always want to make sure we give the best quality care to all our patients. And we do everything from blood draws, wound vacs, chest tubes, PICC lines. We do diabetic teaching. We do teaching on all of their medical diagnoses. Sometimes somebody just needs us to come in and say, you're okay. We do a lot of caregiver support for that family member that's taking care of a patient that just came out of the hospital. We have a great MCH program where we deal with pregnant moms and then the babies, and then we see the children through till they're about 5 or 6. And it's just a big help in the community. A lot of our patients can't get to the doctors. They can't get to the hospital. They don't drive. They live in a rural area. So all they have is us. We're the only people that they come in contact with, sometimes for weeks at a time. So our job is not only to provide medical care, but we're also there for the emotional support. It's our community and we only want to build it and make it better. So that's the focus of public health. Like, our job is just to take care and help people any way that we can. We also provide a medical social worker, so when people need help with housing, when they need help with their insurance, when they just need counseling for grief or drug abuse or anything, we also provide those services. If you don't drive a car, it's hard to get to the services and the places that you need. So we do, Sullivan County does have that move bus that helps a lot of people get from point A to B, but there's still a lot of places in between that need transportation and services. So if you don't drive a car, it's just difficult to move about in Sullivan County. Our office is our county car. So we are mobile and we'll go anywhere in the county. Holidays, weekends, rain, sunshine, we're there to see a patient, doesn't matter. See anywhere from 5 to 6 patients a day. I also do PRI screens, which helps residents get into nursing home facilities for either nursing home or for rehab. I do PCA evals, and that's for people to keep their home care aides, their PCAs that they have. I do the recertifications for them now. We do it every year.
Okay.
I do MCH, I do long-term, and I do CHHA, and I'm also the CPR instructor at PHS. So, but I cover Monticello, Kiamisha, Forestburg, I'm doing Rock Hill, and Worksboro. Sometimes I go to Mountaindale, but we will go into other people's areas depending on where their need is, if we're short-staffed or somebody's on vacation or happen to be off. But the county is technically my whole area, but I'm typically in Monticello.